The East Coast, West Coast thing is a musical thing. That's separate. That's a whole thing separate to itself. That's a musical thing. Where we have been beefing about whose music is better or which is this or which is that.
Like it's gotten
from
real
the beginning.
Bad
it
right
has
now.
because I'm like a lightning rod because I'm attacking New York's finest.
Did you feel at any point that you was like betraying New York or Biggie by going to do that interview with Tupac at that time?
His side of the story was like, how could I be mad at a whole coast? That don't even make sense. And I said, well, nobody's heard you say that. Like, this is getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Angie Martinez is finally revealing the untold story behind why she never released her interview with Tupac. And yes, it's tied to Diddy. For years, many believed the interview was just an urban legend. But it turns out that Diddy allegedly pressured Angie into not airing it. The interview reportedly contained explosive details that could have exposed some serious industry secrets and painted Diddy in a very negative light. Tupac didn't hold back during the interview, and it was described as a podcast-style version of his infamous diss track, Hit 'Em Up. Now, Angie is tired of keeping this bombshell interview under wraps and is spilling the tea about the threats Diddy allegedly sent her to stop the release. But the big question remains, do the feds have access to the interview? And is it true that Diddy threatened Angie's life if she ever made it public? Let's dive in. Angie Martinez, often called the Voice of New York, made her mark as a radio personality at Hot 97 and later at Power 115.1. However, back in the early 90s, when she was still growing in her career, she was given the chance to interview the legendary Tupac. At the time, Tupac was one of the biggest names in hip-hop, and the East Coast-West Coast rivalry was at its peak. Angie, as a fresh and energetic voice, was the perfect person for this interview. Little did she know, this moment would become a pivotal turning point in her career. Angie's rise to fame didn't come overnight. Born to a Puerto Rican father and a mother with Puerto Rican, Cuban, and Dominican roots, Angie grew up between Brooklyn and Washington Heights. As a teenager, she developed a rebellious streak, experimenting with street life, smoking, and drinking. However, her mother, concerned for her future, sent Angie to live with her aunt in Miami. There, Angie was exposed to the world of radio when her mother took a job as a programming manager at a local station.
I couldn't air it on the radio because I was literally afraid that somebody would die. I literally thought I would make a bad situation worse, when my intent was to try to smooth it out and make it better. But he was so angry and passionate at the time that I really felt like if I would have came, put it on the radio, it would have got worse.
At just 15, Angie landed an internship at Hot 97, which set the stage for her career. She quickly became a protege of the legendary DJ Funk Master Flex. By the late 80s, Angie was co-hosting the afternoon drive segments and interviewing major stars like Jay-Z, DMX, and Mariah Carey. Through her hard work and natural charisma, Angie became a fixture in the hip-hop world. Despite having a very public rivalry with Wendy Williams, Angie's popularity grew. In 2014, Angie made the bold decision to leave Hot 97 for Power 15.1, sparking rumors of a fallout. However, she later clarified that there was no bad blood with her former colleagues. In fact, she continued her reign as a top media personality and eventually signed a management deal with Jay-Z's Rock Nation. Encouraged by KRS-One to pursue rap, Angie gained recognition for her featured appearance on his 1997 album, I Got Next, which led to other collaborations, including her involvement in the hit song Ladies' Night, alongside artists like Missy Elliott and Lisa Left Eye Lopes. Her debut album, Up Close and Personal, released in 2001, was a commercial success, and her second album, Animal House, only solidified her place in the music world. However, Angie's career was not without its challenges.